Welcome to all. So today we will learn about a VI or BIM editor. So VI or BIM editor are using to edit your file. Like it's same as like your notepad you are using in Windows. So suppose if BIM editor is not installed, VI editor by default installed in your operating system. And suppose is not installed, then we need to use a yum install beam space -by. We can install here. Okay, so already it is installed. I'm not going for installation here. So the difference between BI or BIM, actually there is no difference between both. Only the difference is BIM you will see color or syntax related things only. So in BI you will not find out any. So let me show you just as a sample here. So let me open any. So right now we have seen some files here. So let's say system, see here we have is some files here. These are system files. Let me open here any files. So let's say shd.services. So here you will see like that. Okay, these are services here in this file. And if I open with a BIM, so let's see, is there any difference or is it similar? Now I can see it is a colorful here and it will show us a syntax also. So it's helpful for to see your syntax related issues. So let me show you some other more example. So let's say a project and I have wrote some code in a Ansible. So let me show you the code here. And if I open this code sudo's user permission, so let's say now this code is looking like that, right? But if I try to open with a BIM editor, so how is it look cool? I can see. So I can easily identify I'm doing any mistakes or not. So I can easily identify it will represent as a color here. So false, it will show us it's correct here. And so if I try with a, suppose for example, I try with the O and now the color was changed here. So it's given me like a indication or something is wrong here. Okay, so let me make it here correct. Okay, so that is the things came in the pictures here. So BI editor is more good, and if especially if you are writing a code actually. So that was the reason we are using, and either BI also same everything, nothing is changed except your syntax related and color searching, all these things. So now let's go. So I will copy some file. Let's say I will copy some password file and I will make it as a new underscore test here. And now let me open with a BIM editor here. Okay. So here now you can see here it will came as a 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, these are not coming by default. I did a setting, that was the reason it is came. So by default, it will came as a colon set no and new. Okay, so it's came as like, okay, these are the by default here. So for example, if you want to see as a numbering, so I need to use a command set and nu set numbers. So it will came as a number. If I don't want number, so I need to use a no nu set no nu. Okay, now it's removed. So I needed numbers here. So let me make as a set nu. And if you want to write something here, for example, right now my cursor is where? Right now my cursor is in line number 1. And if I want to write something, let's say I'm on a line number 4 and I want to write something below or current line. So for example, only current line, then I need to press I. I means insert mode. So here we will get a insert mode here. Now I can type anything here. Okay, so let's say I want to type here, welcome to all. Okay, so once I typed here, I need to quit this insert mode. How to quit this insert mode? How to quit from insert mode? From insert mode, I need to use a escape button. Escape button. Okay, let me use escape button here now. So I'm using escape. Now you can see it's removed here. Okay, so now if I type anything, it will not write anything. Okay, I'm typing something, but it's not writing, because if you want to type anything, you need to make insert mode. So I must be and escape from quit this insert mode. And right now I'm in a 2. And now what I want to write on the line number after bin. So I need to press small o. It will give me the third line blank. So I used a here small o, and it give me next line from cursor. Okay, next line from a cursor. And if I used caps o, so it is opposite. So let's say now I'm in insert mode. Let me write something here, hello, and I'm using escape here now. And let's say, let me come here, I'm in a sync, and here if I want to write before current cursor, I need to use a caps o. I had used now caps o here, caps o. Okay, so now let's say I want to write something here, hello. Oh, sorry, I went somewhere, and here let me use it here. I'm using a caps o, and I'm typing here hello, and let me make escape now. So it wrote here. Okay, so now once you think you wrote everything is fine, and now you want to save it. So for save, we are using a colon here, and w for a save. And if I'm using a q means quit. Okay, so saved and quit here. Okay, so now here you can see here already I made it a documented. Add it, you are using a press I insert mode, remove insert mode, escape. And o, you are on the current line, it will give you the next line with insert mode and caps o before. Okay, and if you are using a x escape and colon w, then it will save, q means quit. And if you want to make hash any line up, it means you commented the line, you disable that line. Okay, that's a no meaning. And if you want to use these two together, so it will use save and quit. And if you are using exclamatory mark, then it will make you forcefully. Okay, so and one more things here you can use a colon x. It is the same meaning of this one, same meaning. Either you are a x or either you are using a wq and exclamatory mark. And we have learned here about a set numbers, so we can make a colon must be, okay, colon must be set and new, so it will display us a numbers and no number. If you don't want a numbers, so no numbers here. Okay, so these things we had learned here. Okay, so now let me open it again. And right now, if I want to go first line, then I need to use a small gg 2 times. So small gg first line reached, and caps g, it will reach last line. Okay, first line and last g is reached to your last line, bottom line. And if you want to go some specific line, then I need to use a colon and that line number. Okay, so now, so right now I'm using a double GG. So I reach it here first. Let me use a shift G. Shift G means caps G I'm using. I'm reach here. And let's say I want to reach some numbers 23. So now right now I'm at 23. Let me press a O, small o. And here I want to write here. I want to write. Okay. So here I'm writing like that here and escaping. And let me use a X here. So it will saved it, and let's say is it there? Yeah, it's there. So like that we can go here and there. Okay, now let's learn about a DD. So DD is using to cut or delete. Either you can use a cut or delete. The meaning is two meanings here. And 3DD, if you are a cursor on a current line, it will delete 3 lines from the current cursor, including. Okay, And if you want to delete some specifics range, so we can make a number, and like 11 to 14, D means delete. I want to delete line number from 11 to 14D. And if you make a DG, it will delete all lines from a current cursor. So now let me show you here. Now let's say, let me go some line number 10, and I used a DD. Let me use a DD. Now it's a deleted here. Let me go top of the line. So I'm using a either column 1. Let me use a column 1. And if I want to paste above of the root, I need to use a caps P. Okay, caps P. And if I want to paste right now I'm on the line number 3, and I want to paste after 3, I need to use a caps P here. Okay, so it's a deleted, or the two meanings, cut or delete here. Now let's take, I want to delete from line number 4 to 8. So I'm typing here 4DD. So you can see 4DD. So lines deleted here. And let me go shift G. And if I want to paste here, let's say I pasted here also. And if you want to delete some series, let me delete from 2 to, and last is a 38. Let me make a D del. So I deleted all. Okay, there's a specific range I have given. And if I did some mistake, press U. U means undo. So it came again. Okay, so, and let's say my cursor is a 7, and I want to delete all whatever the below current cursor, so then I need to use a small d and caps G. It will delete all. So these are the things I did it here. And same things for a your copy also. So if you want to copy your current line, then use a YY. If you want to copy, you are stay on the current line and you want to copy 4, same as like a meaning of 3DD copy. And if you want to copy some specific range, we can use a specific range as well also. So now let's make a undo here. And I want to copy from, let's say I want to current right now, where right now, let's say I'm go as a 15 line number, and let me make as a Y by, and I want to go in a 5th line, and let me paste it here. So now I pasted here. And if you want to copy some specific range, so let me make a 6 and up to let's say 12, and let me make as a by. So 6 to by, let me go to first GG, and let me make it a press O. So I will make some lines here. So let me insert, so I can make it here, and let me go to 1 here, and now paste me here. So now I have pasted here. So if you want to paste more, you can see it's giving us a 6 more lines here. Okay, let me I'm revert back, and let me paste here. Okay, so like we can paste here. So if you want to copy your current line, then use your by, and if your current lines from you copy some lines like a 4 lines, so then use a 4y by. So right now I am here 2, and I want to copy 3 lines, 3y by, and let me go to last. I used a shift G, and I press a O. I'm using escape. Okay, so these you need to make sure insert mode never be there. Okay, insert mode only when you are writing something. When you are copy cut, when you are using a delete or copy or paste, you don't need a insert mode. Insert mode only when you are writing some things. Okay, so now here it has been copied here. Okay, so here already I made a documented here. P paste, if you are on in current line, then paste it next line. And if you want to paste before line, so we need to use a caps P, small p and caps P. U means undo, and DZ delete all lines. If you want to delete, it will delete all lines. Okay, and let's for a now searching. Suppose if you want to search something, let's say I want to search here SH. Okay, so SH. Okay, now you can see sh. Let me search as a root here. So it is the same common feature we had learned in a less command, same as like I'm using as n. It is the same feature we learned in a less, and let me make a caps n back. So small n, next, 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 and if I want to back, I need to use a caps n. Okay, caps n is using for a n for next search, n for next search, and caps and back search. Okay, back search. So the same is it's the same feature we had used in a less commands. So same feature is using here also. And let's search any other words as well also. ADM. So here you will see where is ADM, ADM, and here these are the ADM here. And now let's say if you want to replace anything, we need to use a percentage s. And let me see, I want to replace as a ADM slash, and I want to make a ADM here, and uh, enter. So when I use, so by default it will take first ADM. By default it will take first ADM. So we have a 3 ADM. So by default it will take first ADM of every line. Okay, every line. So now you can see it will change only this ADM. Okay, it will match first line. So let me make a undo. Let me produce some more examples. So let's say I don't have any other ADM. I have only one ADM. For example, I have only one ADM here, and I have a ADM here, and ADM and here. Okay, so let me make a save here. Now I want to change percentage s and slash, and I need to give a pattern name which I want to change. I want to change as a ADM, and ADM I want to change it as a hurry home, for example, and enter. Now you can see it is changed here, but this is not changed here. So because it is a case sensitive is enabled here by default, Linux is a case sensitive. That was the reason it's not changed here, but it changed here first matching, first match per line. Okay, here it will change, here it will change first pattern matching in each line. Let me make a undo. But if you think you need to change complete and ADM, and you want to change as the hariom and completely, then you make a G, it will change it globally, all everywhere is changed. Again, it's not changed here. Okay, because case sensitive, and if you want to make ignore this case sensitive and you think you want to change it also, then use a percentage s here, and let me use a ADM, and let me make a hariom, and let me make a G, and let me I means ignore case sensitive. So it will ignore it. Hariom, now it's changed here. Earlier it was not changed. When I used AI, it will ignore case sensitive. Let me roll back it here. Now, if you think it will ask the confirmation with you, okay, when it's changing, it will ask need to change or not. So I need to use a, let's say hariom, and I want to use a, if you want to take case sensitive as well also, then use a G for globally. C means confirmation, I means ignore. It will ask me, do you want to change? I don't want to change. It will ask, do you want to change? Yes, I want to change. Replace with hariom? Yes. Do you want? No. Here it will ask me yes. Okay, now it's asked me yes. So now case sensitive also I have taken and changed it here. So like that we can change. So here you have seen, let me make as a undo again, and you have seen we have used a percentage and slash, and pattern, pattern slash new pattern. We did this method, but if you think you need to change these things, so what you will do here? Because if I used it will understand I'm changing swin as a no login. In that scenario, what we need to do here, we need to make a hash here, and hash, and let's say I want to change as a some like a slash no, let's say anything. I can make it so easy to watch here. Let me make a hariom also here, and hash, and let me use a globally. and I will change it here. So I started here and I have given a pattern and new pattern in G globally, and let me make it here. So now I can see here it's changed everywhere. It's changed. Okay, we have given here, it changed everywhere. Let me make a undo here. So now again we came as like here. So everything is I have documented here. So here you can use a percentage hash here, and percentage hello, and I want to change hello as a percentage. I want to change a hello as a high. Sorry, it is a first single line. Okay, it was. So first it will change for replace one first matching word only, and it will change globally and replace as a globally. So I have given the both the example here. And if you want to ask for a confirmation, then use for a C here. Okay, and one more shortcut here. Uh, and here I is missing here. So I is using, no, here I have you replace the word only first here, and I have not used. Suppose if I want to change this here with ignore case sensitive, so I will make it here, and I is here. So using I, so I is using for ignore case sensitive. Okay, case sensitive is using, and G for using for a globally, and C is using for a confirmation. Okay, so these are the things we are using here. Okay, so I have make it documented very nicely, and if you want to go start of the line, then use a dollar, then we need to use a zero, and if you want to go last line, then we need to use a dollar. Okay, so I am here, let me go any line number 10, and I want to last, I'm using a dollar, let me use a zero, I'm on the starting. So these are the shortcuts we need to learn. Okay, and if you want to type any shell command, then I need to use a colon, and sh means it will give us a shell mode. Okay, so shell mode. So now I'm here, and if I type here df space hyphen H, and I want to exit from here. Now again, I reached here. Okay, if you think, if you want to go to a shell mode as a shell mode, and if you think you want to execute any command here like uptime command, and if you want to execute from a here, then use uptime. So you got a some output here, uptime executed. Let me make a enter. So now you reach it. Let me go here, and if you think you want to paste, I have copied it and paste it, and let's save it here. So we have saved it. Let's say now, if you want to do a customization, your BIMRC, you can think your syntax always on your, so we need to create on home page. So entitled means I have created this file on home directory. We need to create for a home directory, and created a one hidden file with the .bmrc, and syntax on. So you need to make your syntax, then you will easily identify you are doing any mistakes at numbers. You have seen I have opened any Ansible playbook. So Ansible playbook or script, you have seen the numbering is came here. That was the reason, because I made it here. And set expand tab, and tab stop is 2. So tab step, if suppose if I'm using a tab, the tab will give us a space here to here, right? Big space. But I don't want to use it. I have stopped this tab space and make it a 2 space bar. So it will goes to up to 2 space bar. Okay, 2 space bar. So that is the meaning, and meaning set space bar 2. So that is the meaning of these things. In set ignore case, if you think you want to ignore case sensitive, means I have changed ADM. So I there you have seen I have used percentage s and ADM, and hariom. That is we did here. Okay, and if you want to think you are G, you want to think if there is a ADM in a small letter and caps ADM, caps ADM or any alphabet in like ADM, it will be replaced all. Then make it a set ignore case sensitive. You don't need to make I here, so it will understand. Even searching also, if search is a ADM, if you can make it, I would suggest you make it disable. Actually, don't make it enable, so it's easy. So it will search only ADM. It will not, don't search if it is not, suppose if it is there, then it will search both. If it's not there, then it will search only this one. So that is the customization we need to do. So let me show you my customization. I did a customization here. Let me make a CD. I reach it in my home directory, and you will see here, if I press ls-la, so here beam rc. Okay, so now you can see I did a beam rc. We need to create this file here. So I did not mention here ignore case here. Syntax on set number, expand tab stop 2, and space bar 2. Okay, so make this settings, and if you think you can make it like a slash project, and here, and let's say here, any here. So right now if I press O, and now I'm using a space bar. See, space bar is now, it's a different here. Okay, and now I use a tab. It is a tab. It's a tab is going on, and if I used a space bar, so space bar here. Okay, so that was the reason I converted as a tab here. So let me come out from here. So like that you can do a customization, but in your home directory, must be in home directory only. Okay, so that is must be.